Welcome once again to 101 Proofs of Bullshit, refuting Venom Thang's amazing website that will blow your mind. It is linked up to. There's a link in the description window. I'll put it there, and also refer to the video that this is referring to. Okay, sanitation, from God told us about sanitation. Venom Fang is not taking into consideration that maybe that people were able to tell that it smells bad, and they were able to see that people got sick when they got hung around their shit too long. So that's kind of stupid. That's number 5. Number 13. Proteins are DNA first, and Genesis says that they all happened at the same time. No, proteins are first. Okay, number 15. First law of thermodynamics established in Genesis 2, verse 1. First law of thermodynamics. We have a finite matter, or finite count of matter. Well, it's 50-50 there. You could have guessed either one. You'd say you were right in either case. Let's see. Number 16. Genesis gives all accounts of creation. But doesn't it also say that vegetation came before the sun? Seems kind of silly. Number 17. Universe had a beginning. Again, that's a 50-50. Either it's infinite or finite. You had to guess one. And because we don't know for absolutely certain if the universe is a perpetual thing, but the current universe is, you're both right. So, flip a coin. Okay. Number 22. Ocean currents were foreseen. The Polynesians had a way of finding their way and navigating using ocean currents. I'm a sailor. I should know these things. It's called wayfinding. And they never heard of the Hebrew God. Don't you think that people would have figured that out in ancient times as well? Okay, number 24. Reproduction is explained. Jesus. What, do you not know what happens when you put your pee-pee in a girl? Dumbass. You can see that automatically. Animals know that. Duh. Okay, continental drift. It talks about one landmass, or it talks about land separating the water. Okay, if you see water all around you, but you got the land, no, that's stupid. So that doesn't fly. Back then, they had no idea that the Americas even existed, because the continents have already drifted back that far. So that doesn't prove anything. Number 31 and 32 are the same thing, essentially. Continental drift, just in two different places in the Bible. Okay. Number 33, ice age is inferred. There are mountains in the area. They knew what frost and ice was, but it didn't say anything about an ice age. Nothing about an ice age. Nothing about a great cold or any of that. So that's flat a lie. Let's see, number 31 and 32. No, that was 33. Okay. Number 34, talking about conception being the beginning of life. Really? And that passage doesn't say that. What it does say, though, is that if a woman, ends up getting hurt and the baby dies, nothing happens. But if a woman dies, then there's an execution. So that was a flat lie. Let's see, that was 34. 35, babies grow in the womb. What do they think we are, idiots? Babies grow in the womb. We have sex with a girl. Her belly grows, out pops a baby. What part of that takes divine revelation or even scientific study? That was seen a long time ago. Okay. Number 37. Okay, thanks. You just proved evolution. Number 38, language diversity. If you take two people, or two groups of people, and put them in two different places on the planet, they are going to speak a different language. Very simple. Kind of like whales, each pod uses a different whale song. That's just the way that it works. Okay, and saying that evolution doesn't have a way of, well, first off, evolution is not even talking about language diversity, so that's just stupid. 39, talking about different races of people. Well, you've proven evolution one more time. Okay, that's 39. 45, black holes and dark matter. Look up in the sky. What do you see after you move away? You move your eyes away from the stars. You see nada. You see black. Duh. That could be seen by cavemen. Second law of thermodynamics. That is in 46. No, second law of thermodynamics has to do with a closed system. It doesn't have to do with an open system, and that is a statement, not a revelation. Okay. Number 48, incest is bad. Well, duh. They could have found out a long time ago that, if a brother and a sister produce a child together, that it would end up having some serious problems. The baby would end up being sick more or have a mutation he shouldn't have. They were able to see that very early on. Okay. Talking about genetically for diverse foods in number 49. Says nothing about it. Chances are something was planted next to the two things were planted in the same plant hole. They must have tried it once, and it came out with some stuff that probably tasted pretty shitty. So that would make sense there. That's just kind of stupid. Hydrological cycle in number 50. Clouds come over, it rains. Anytime it rains, the clouds are always overhead. Clouds are over the ocean water first. And they notice when the clouds come from the ocean water, it rains. When the clouds come from the land, it doesn't. People can figure that out. Doesn't take science to figure that out. Okay. Number 52, talking about the heliocentricity of the galaxy, or the universe. They say that the sun is on a track through the heavens. Well, that's what they would have observed. They would have seen a sun going across the heavens. Okay? But the universe is not even heliocentric. It's only the galaxy. So, you're full of shit there. They thought it was geocentric, where the sun was moving across the heavens that they saw. That don't fly either. So, we're up to 52. We're going to get to the rest of them. There you go.